Night has fallen on the Glynn County Courthouse after a jury delivered verdicts against the 3 men who killed Ahmaud Arbery.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. We, the jury, find the defendant, Greg McMichael, guilty. We, the jury, find the defendant, William R. Bryan, guilty.
Those 3 men, convicted of killing Arbery, now face multiple life sentences.
This is a very difficult day for Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael.
But a joyous day for the Arbery family and their supporters, finding justice after 21 months of waiting.
I never thought this day would come, but God is good.
Today is a good day.
Live at 11, Action News Jax starts right now.
And as you just saw, guilty verdicts today for the 3 men accused of hunting down and killing Ahmaud Arbery in Glynn County last year. Travis McMichael, in the center there, found guilty on all 9 charges against him. His father, Greg McMichael, in the black shirt, and the neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, also found guilty of felony murder and other charges. Ahmaud Arbery's parents spoke outside of the courthouse after the verdicts came down.
It's been a hard fight, but God is good.
So, hey, let's keep fighting. Let's keep doing it and making this place a better place for all human beings. Amen.
Now, the Arbery family was backed by hundreds of supporters, many strangers who joined in celebrations as the verdicts came down. I'm Tanika Hughes.
I'm John Bachman. Action News Jax Robert Grant shows us the crowd rallied outside the courthouse for hours.
Chants in Ahmaud Arbery's name echoed outside the courthouse as both family members and supporters came together for the 25-year-old. But activists say while they were celebrating, this trial meant so much more.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty.
Celebratory cheers and tears as hundreds embrace a guilty verdict.
It feels surreal, but it's real.
Justice was served today.
What brings me out here today is victory.
Victory for Ahmaud Arbery's family, like his aunt, Thea Brooks. She says her nephew's name now stands for more.
Ahmaud's death was a symbol of what peace and love and unity looks like.
It's a celebration.
But this celebration doesn't change the past.
This fight for justice hasn't been easy. We've cried, we've ran, we've celebrated.
Neighbors say it does change the future in Glynn County and beyond.
I'm glad it's over because we deserve better in Glynn County.
Hundreds of civil rights activists from across the country gathered in this small town where race took the stand.
This is not a hand fight, it's a head fight, and we're doing it for our people.
Justice for Ahmaud.
Portia Miller says justice for Ahmaud is justice for Black lives.
He can stop running now.
The fight continues in federal court in February, where the 3 men now charged with murder will face federal hate crime charges. For now in Brunswick, Robert Grant, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
New tonight, Ahmaud Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, spoke about facing Thanksgiving tomorrow without her son.
This is the second Thanksgiving that we will be without Ahmaud, but at the same time, this is the first Thanksgiving that we'll have with justice for Ahmaud. So I'm taking tomorrow as a very thankful day, and I give all praises to God.
Now a more detailed look at those verdicts. The jury found Travis McMichael guilty on all counts. That's malice murder, 4 counts of felony murder, 2 aggravated assault charges, false imprisonment, and criminal attempt to commit a felony. His father, Greg McMichael, found guilty on all of those except the first count, malice murder. And the jury found William Roddy Bryan was not guilty of malice murder and 1 count each of felony murder and aggravated assault, but guilty on all the other counts.
The 3 convicted men were all taken out of the courtroom and back to the Glynn County Jail after the verdict was delivered. So they had no opportunity to talk to reporters, but members of the defense team for Travis and Gregory McMichael did.
With my heart, I've lived with these men for the last year and a half, day in and day out. I've looked into their hearts, I've looked into their souls, I've had very deep conversations with them that stem back to their childhood and their upbringing. And I can tell you, honestly, these men are sorry for what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. They are sorry that he is dead. They are sorry for the tragedy that happened because of the choices that they made to go out there and try to stop him.
Here's what's next in the case. The judge has not set the date on when the men will be sentenced. The defense attorney for Travis McMichael has said he will appeal. The other defense attorneys will likely follow suit. Action News Jax law and safety expert Dale Carson explains the appeal process.
This is a long process. This is not something that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. This may take a year or two.
And we were talking just a moment ago, and like you said, it's not so much about them circling around trying to prove self-defense as they might have take issue with some of the motions that were filed. I know attorney Kevin Goff brought up a lot of things about Ahmaud Arbery's mom having reactions or the protest outside. Those are some of the things that could come up in a potential appeal.
Right. What an appeal has to do with is the behavior of the court and the behavior of the testimony of witnesses. All of those things will have an impact. How did the court rule when the court was asked to do certain things by the defense attorneys? And those things are subject to judicial review.
The three defendants still face a federal hate crimes trial, and the next hearing for that is December 20th. Wanda Cooper Jones filed a civil lawsuit against the three men in February. That case is put on pause until after the other criminal matters are concluded. Former Brunswick District Attorney Jackie Johnson is facing criminal charges related to the case. She told Glenn police officers not to arrest the suspects, according to the indictment, because Gregory McMichael used to work for her office. Now she's accused of violating her oath of office and obstruction.
Tonight I spoke with Belvin Perry, a lawyer and former judge. He presided over the high-profile Casey Anthony case years ago. He's been following this trial closely. I asked him how he thought Judge Timothy Walmsley handled this trial with the nation watching.
I think the judge, getting past jury selection, did an excellent job. Number one, he was fair to both sides. He was even-tempered, and he did not fall for the bait of trying to exclude different people from the gallery. So overall, I would have to give him an A on how he conducted that trial.
Reverend Al Sharpton said that this case is historic and will be remembered well into the future. Do you think the outcome here has greater social significance at this moment in our nation's history?
I think it does, and these are the reasons why. Who would imagine that the way this case started out in the Deep South with a predominantly white jury of 11 white individuals and one black individuals, where everyone was very nervous, that it showed and established that these jurors listened to the facts, applied them to the law, was able to call out the garbage that was thrown out by the defense and make a decision based solely not on emotions, not only on race or anything of that nature, but on the law and the evidence.
I also asked Perry whether this case will instill confidence in the justice system among people of color going forward. He says it is a major step, but only the beginning. Our coverage of the verdicts continues on actionnewsjax.com. You can see the full reading of the verdicts in court, news conferences from the Arbery family, prosecutors, and the defense team, a breakdown of the charges and reaction from leaders across the country. On Saturday, CBS News 48 Hours goes inside the trial and brings you new interviews with Ahmaud Arbery's mother, sister, and best friend. A Promise to Ahmaud will be seen at 10 p.m. Saturday only on Action News Jax.
Two men are facing criminal charges over 60 voter applications that investigators say are fake, and that includes using the names of dead people. Action News Jax Ben Ryan is live outside of the Supervisor of Elections office. Ben, the state attorney's office said that there were a few ways that they managed to find out that this was happening.
And Tanika, one of those reasons I'm told is that oftentimes these applications can look pretty worn down, but they say some of the flagged applications that were turned in looked brand new. Now that immediately caused some suspicion, and they say considering there were so many, it's a big reason why the Supervisor of Elections as well as the state attorney's office say they believe this was done for money rather than political gain. Devin King and Jordan Daniels are facing charges of criminal use of personal identification information. The two are accused of turning in over 60 false voter registration applications, and the state attorney's office believes that this was done for money.
If they're paid by the application, they want to get as many in as they can. If it's $4 a piece.
Mike Hogan is the Duval County Supervisor of Elections. He said around August the teams noticed a large number of signatures that didn't match other personal information. The state attorney's office said many of the flagged applications had King's or Daniel's signatures on the back.
So as we go down the list, the first thing that we're going to be checking is the driver's license number, and those driver's license numbers and the names matched. But when we looked at the signature didn't match the signature on our file. And then we noticed that there was a pattern here.
The state attorney's office said over 60 applications were sent in between the two men, many of which were said to be from people who did not give permission for their personal information to be used, and from people who have died. I also tried calling both Daniels and King for comment.
Please leave your message for 904.
But was sent to voicemail both times. Hogan says the arrests show just how serious election integrity is.
This should prove to them that we're diligent about the work, and we're diligent about protecting not only our database but our equipment.
And Hogan tells me it takes a long time to go through all the paperwork, so while they are frustrated, they're happy they caught it. And all of this coming before 9 days of early voting. That begins on Saturday for Special Election Day, which is December 7th. For now, reporting live downtown, Ben Ryan, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Wjax.
Jacksonville City Council member Leanna Cumber filed emergency legislation to repeal the gas tax increase that was passed earlier this year. Council approved the increase from 6 to 12 cents back in May in order to eventually raise $1 billion for infrastructure projects across the city. They include the septic tank conversion, skyway improvements, and the Emerald Trail project. The tax is set to go into effect January 1st. Now, even if this new proposed repeal is approved, the tax would still be charged for a year. Then it would be stopped.
New at 11, the company that operated the Golden Ray faces a potential $3 million fine after their cargo ship capsized in the Glenn County, off the Glenn County coast in 2019. While the bulk of the ship has been cut up and removed, cleanup is still underway in the St. Simon Sound. Today, the Georgia Environmental Protection Division proposed fining the Hyundai Glovis company $3 million over pollution, spilled oil, and debris from the ship. The company has not commented on the proposed fine.
A woman in Nassau County called 911 after she was shot by a neighbor standing outside of her home. Deputies say that man then shot and killed himself. Action News Wjax Stephanie Bennett takes us through the violence in a quiet community.
Nassau County 911, what is your emergency? I've been shot, and there's a man dead on my porch.
This is the 911 call from that woman in Nassau County's Otter Run neighborhood. Deputies say there'd been a quarrel between her family and the family across the street. One of those neighbors, an unidentified man, went to the woman's house Tuesday and shot her through her window, striking her in the arm.
Get an ambulance here, please. Where are you shot at? In my arm and my shoulder.
The sheriff's office says she got up to run and was shot a second time in the same arm. She ran and hid in another room inside her house and called 911. That's when deputies say the man who shot her turned the gun on himself, fatally shooting himself in the head.
Where's he at? He's dead on my front porch. He killed himself.
And we saw the woman earlier today when she was coming home. Her arm was in a cast. She told us investigators told her not to talk to us, but she is feeling lucky to be alive. One neighbor didn't feel comfortable talking on camera, but said he'd known the man across the street for 6 years, saying he was a really nice person, but seemed to snap about a week ago and completely changed.
Why did he shoot you? He's been crazy for a few days. He said that he doesn't like us because I'm a gossip.
Neighbors are staying quiet ahead of Thanksgiving, still shocked by what happened on their street, an otherwise quiet area. Stephanie Bennett, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Wjax.
Clay County deputies searching for a man caught taking pictures of a woman's dress. So the sheriff's office is sharing this picture. Take a look. This is a man from inside of the Target in Fleming Island last Friday. According to deputies, the woman felt something on her leg and then turned around and saw the man taking pictures up her dress with a phone.
Heard a a woman saying, stop him, there's that's the guy right there, get him, and just was like really frazzled and upset and just kind of scared.
Here's another look at the suspect. Deputies say he was driving a dark-colored GMC Sierra pickup truck. If you know who he is, you're asked to call the Clay County Sheriff's Office.
The Thanksgiving travel rush is underway. A live look right now at traffic on I-95. Everything's pretty good right now. In fact, very good right now. It was pretty busy on 95 southbound for much of the day today. Looks like everybody's taking the night off. AAA estimates that 48.3 million Floridians will travel in the next 3 days. That's about 4 million more than last year, an 8% increase. Managers at Jacksonville International Airport estimate 10,600 people traveled through our airport today. Air travelers are reminded that masks are still required in all commercial airports and on all flights. As of 2 o'clock this afternoon, there is only parking space in the hourly garage and Economy Lot 2 at the airport. Economy Lot 1, the daily parking lot, and the daily garage are all closed.
No parking issues to worry about when the USS The Sullivans pulled into Naval Station Bayport today, ending a 7-month deployment. Many families grateful to be reunited in time for Thanksgiving. Combat Electronics Officer Andre Martinez came off the ship to meet his wife Kristen and his daughter Adriana and his 2-week-old son Atlas, who was born while he was at sea.
It's amazing. It's unreal. I have no words. I'm trying not to cry.
The Sullivans was operating with ships from the British Navy, and they traveled more than 50,000 nautical miles while deployed.
The nation's supply chain crunch is driving up the cost of just about everything, and tonight you can add toys to the list. Action News Jax learned some popular holiday toys already are marked up nearly 200%. Action News Jax Ben Becker has advice on how you can still get the most bang for your holiday buck.
We see it every year around the holidays. Popular toys sell out and prices go up. Remember Cabbage Patch dolls, of course? But we've learned prices started skyrocketing in October. So now, more than ever, like Smokey Robinson once said, you better shop around.
Do you want a Gabby's perfect dollhouse this holiday season? Target has it listed for less than $60, but it's sold out. We found it on Amazon, though, for nearly $200. How about a Magic Mix's Magical Misting Cauldron? Earlier this month, it was priced at Walmart for $54, but sold out. Later, it's in stock at Walmart, but for $159.99. Check this out. We found this PJ Masks Deluxe Battle Headquarters for $41.99 at Walmart. Same one is $62.99 at Macy's. Shoppers are noticing the price hikes.
They're definitely through the roof. And the prices, of course, are more expensive this year. And there's less product on the shelf.
Take this Kindy Kids Hospital Corner Unicorn Ambulance, now selling on Amazon for nearly $80. A Google search revealed it was once less than $10.
Please don't pay those crazy prices, whatever you do. You're just going to encourage more sellers to try to pile on.
Edgar Dworsky is the founder of ConsumerWorld.org. He says price gouging protections don't extend to toys. So more than ever, shoppers will need to be flexible and shop early.
The item that you really want may not be in stock or may not come in time. So you need a second and third choice. You got to shop early because some shelves are already bare.
I feel like the availability is a little low. That's why I'm starting early.
Dworsky says research the real value of the product.
There's a site called camelcamel.com, which shows you the price history of any item on Amazon.
Even online, I've noticed that things are very expensive, so we should probably get started soon.
And monitor the price of your item. It could go down.
Keep checking the ads. See if the price has gone down. See if the item is on sale. Some stores still have price guarantees where if the item is cheaper after you buy it, you can get back the difference.
That's what happened to Bluey's Deluxe Play and Go set. It was priced at Walmart for $35 on November 11th, but earlier on October 29th, it was more than $60. Some hope there, but a lot of work for busy shoppers.
Another tip, Dworsky says be careful about where you shop. He says if you've never heard of an online site and can't find any real reviews, stay away. Now, we've asked Amazon about the high prices often offered through third-party sellers on its site. They said they have policies to help ensure sellers are pricing their products competitively. Ben Becker, CBS 47 Fox 30, Action News Jax.
The beaches are ready for two Thanksgiving traditions. The 7th annual Tony's Turkey Trot starts at 7 a.m. at the Beaches Town Center. It is a fundraiser for the Tony Midori Traumatic Brain Injury Fund. And after a year off for the pandemic, the Thanksgiving Day party at Pete's Bar and Neptune Beach is back on, and hundreds are expected for that outdoor block party.